Uh, Good afternoon, my name is Gus. I'll be performing my air brake and in-cab inspection, starting with my seatbelt. I want to make sure my seatbelt is not ripped or torn, and it buckles and unbuckles properly. 2, my gear shifter is in neutral. 3, my clutch, no more than 2 inches of play. 4, my steering wheel is not cracked, broken, or missing any parts. My brake, number 5, my brake pad, my brake knob is pulled out. And number 6 is my air gauge. I want to be below 80 to do a safe start. I have my primary and I have my secondary. I'll be working on my primary throughout my whole inspection. Right now I'm reading at 118. I'm gonna fan my brakes until I get below 80. Alright, I'm at 70 PSI. Now I can do my safe start. Clutch in, double check I'm in neutral, and start. Slowly release the clutch. If you release it too fast, it's an automatic fail. Next is my cutout. The cutout is when the governor turns off the compressor. It should turn off no more than 140 PSI. To perform the test, I'm going to accelerate, total 15 RPMs until my air gauge stops. Okay, stopped at 120, making this a good test because I didn't go over 140. My next test is the cut-in. The cut-in is when the governor turns on the compressor. They should be turned on no less than 100 PSI. To perform the test, I'm gonna fan my brake once, wait till my needle stabilizes. Once it's stabilized, I wait 15 seconds. Okay, stabilized at 105. My time starts now. Okay, 14 seconds in, my needle started gaining, making this a good test because it started gaining, it didn't go below 100. So now I'm gonna go to my max again. Accelerate total 15 until it turns off. Okay, turn off, I'm at my max. So now I'm gonna secure my vehicle. Clutch in, put it on low gear, turn it off. Leave it on the on position because I got more tests. Slowly release the clutch and push in my parking. Now my truck is secure from going forward and backwards. My next test is apply leakage. The apply leakage, I should not lose more than 4 pounds in 60 seconds. To perform the test, I'm gonna hold the service brake, wait till my needle stabilizes. Once it stabilizes, my time starts. I am at 100 PSI. My time starts now. Okay, 30 seconds in, I'm listening for air leaks inside and outside the cab. Okay, 60 seconds are up. I'm still at 100 PSI. I didn't lose any pounds of pressure, making this a good test. Now I can release the brake. Don't release the brake unless you state it's a good or a bad test. Now my next test is my low pressure warning device. My light and my alarm should turn on between 75 and 55. To perform test, I'm gonna fan my brakes several times until my light and my alarm turn on. Okay, now I'm gonna perform it. Okay, my light and my alarm turned on at 65 psi, making this a good test because it was between 75 and 55. So my next test is my spring brake pop out. My parking should pop out between 45 and 20. I'm gonna fan my brakes several times until my parking brake pops out, and then I'll read the gauge. Alright, at 30 psi, my brake popped out, making it a good test because it was between 45 and 20. So now is my safe start. Clutch in, put in neutral, and start. Slowly release the clutch. So now I'm just going to go straight to my max, which is my cutout. I'm going to accelerate Toro 15 until my needle stops. I'm at my max. So now I'm going to test my parking and my service brake. So I'm going to put the clutch in.